As most of you know, just a few days ago, YouTube announced that they're going to be changing monetization requirements and making it harder in 2027. But as a result, I think you guys are really missing the silver lining. I've watched all the videos on this topic. I even created one of my own, and almost every single comment was negative. You guys are missing one huge point about YouTube. At the end of the day, YouTube is a zero-sum game. If somebody searches for a topic, they typically only watch one video. If somebody sees a bunch of videos on a topic, they typically only watch one of those videos. So guess what this update just did? It actually just made a bunch of people in your niche quit and give up, which actually gives you a higher advantage of being successful getting monetized on YouTube. In fact, I just helped this creator, and this creator get monetized on YouTube just this year. And if you implement the 5 changes I share with you in this video, it's going to be easier than ever before for you to get monetized before they implement these new changes. Change number 1 is I would begin to make all of my content way longer. And I want to explain to you exactly why that is and show you proof of why this works. So if we look at Nick right here, he's a perfect example of this. He's recently just got monetized on YouTube. And if we come over to his oldest content, what we are going to notice is this video, 1 minute long, 5 minutes long, 4 minutes long. The videos didn't really perform well, and it didn't have to actually do with the content he was making. It has to do with the length of his video. In fact, if we look at his oldest videos, the one that got the most traction was this one right here from 3 years ago. Now, if we come over to his most popular videos, what are we going to notice? Besides this one outlier that ranked for search, 34 minutes. 33 minutes. This one is 10 minutes, 10 minutes. This one is also shorter, but the majority of his content that is doing well and that has really gotten his monetized are these longer videos. In addition to that, I want you to think about this as 2 things. 1, you want to assume that everybody on YouTube is getting 50% average view duration. So let's say that we came over here and we looked at something like ChatGPT work, just a random search. We came under videos right here. What we're going to notice is the video getting the most reach oftentimes is the longest one. This video is 300 views per hour. It's an hour long. If we compare it to this video, it's 18 minutes long. This video has gotten double the reach and basically the same exact time and is still getting more views. Because at the end of the day, you want to assume everybody's getting a 50% average view duration. So which video, if everybody gets 50%, would YouTube push out if you have a 10-minute video or a 20-minute video? They would push out the 20-minute video because it is going to be getting more average view duration than your competitors' videos. In addition to that, I want to show you how this actually pans out. So I have this 15-minute video right here. We can see in the top left-hand corner, it's 15 minutes. This video got me 5,000 watch hours. So if I wasn't monetized, literally just this one video would have gotten me monetized right here. Now, if we compare that, by the way, also, this video has gotten 66,000 views. So basically, I want to compare this to a video that is around the same amount of views, but a completely different length. Okay, so we could see this video here is 67,000 views. This video was only 12 minutes long, did really well for a short period of time. We could see that it only got around 350 watch hours. So I literally got 10x the amount of watch hours simply by just making the video a little bit longer. And this is exactly why you need to be pushing your content to be 15 minutes or longer. I'm telling you, it's one of the biggest levers you could pull in order to get monetized faster. Change number 2 is you need to completely reorder what you're focusing on right now, where you're spending all of your time, because you're probably doing YouTube backwards. Now, in order to actually do this correctly, here is how you should be doing this. And this is a priority checklist. So priority number 1 is choosing the right topic. If you choose the wrong topic, you could edit your video amazing. You could spend all day creating your content. You could spend a week creating your content, but it will not do well. If you get this right, everything else is easier. And if you get this wrong, literally nothing else is going to matter. Priority number 2, making sure it's the right length. You want to match the length to the topic in your audience's expectations and ideally make it a little bit longer. Pretty much everything on YouTube now that's going to be 15 minutes. The third thing you want to do is make sure it stand out, your thumbnail and your title selection, because here's the deal. If nobody clicks on your video, nobody watches your video. And then from there, you need to be creating your content the same way that somebody watches it. The first 30 seconds is the next important part. The next 90 seconds is then the next important part. And then the first 5 minutes is really the most important part. And the final priority should be the rest of the video. The way that most creators do this is completely backwards. A lot of you probably create a video, and then you try to choose a title, you try to choose a thumbnail, Probably don't worry about the length. And then you go on editing the video, but you're not prioritizing things correctly. Again, you want to do this on the process of how somebody is actually going to watch your video. First, it's going to be discovery. Is the topic even interesting? Second is going to be making sure the YouTube algorithm wants to show it. Is the length correct? Third, making sure that title and thumbnail stand out. And then actually editing the video and creating the video and scripting the video in the way somebody watches it. First 30, first 90, first 5, and then from there, you could kind of ship everything else out because it's not really going to matter after you get that first 5 minutes average view duration, because once somebody actually has momentum, it's a slippery slope where they're sliding downhill in the sense that they're going to just commit to it because they don't want to give up on the video. Change number 3 is you need to make sure that you're using the right tools to actually give you an unfair advantage on YouTube, and there's really just one that is the absolute best, hands down. Now, that AI tool that I'm talking about is going to be vidIQ, because when you use vidIQ's Chrome extension, check this out. Let's say we type in ChatGPT work and we're trying to assess whether or not we should upload this. This will actually tell us right here what the volume is, what the competition is. We can actually see how many people are viewing content like this every single hour. We could see the highest views, the average subscribers, the average age. If we come down here, we can actually see if the search term is in the title, if it was in the last 7 days, if it's in the description, if it's in the captions. We could see the best channels for this. This will then give us other keywords right here. And this makes this incredibly easy for you to know exactly who you're competing against and if you should upload about something. For example, we could see with ChatGPT work right here. Right now, this is getting around 18,000 views an hour. If we come over here and type in Google Gemini Spark, which is going to be a competing idea that we might post about, we could see that this one right here, not enough search data available for this keyword. So this might not be a video that you want to make. But as you can see right here, what I actually did was I uploaded about this yesterday. The video is doing pretty solid, should be about 10,000 views within 24 hours, but then I'm uploading a ChatGPT video today, so I'm actually doing both because I knew that both would be pretty good ideas based on this coming out. But we could see right here that if you only had to choose one and if you only had time to do one, we would have chosen the ChatGPT video because the views per hour isn't high enough. If this says not enough search data available for this keyword, it simply means not enough people are searching for it. But in addition to that, vidIQ also allows you to connect your YouTube channel here. And what this does is actually creates a feed for you about everything that you should change. For example, it shows us that this video is trending. It's a breakout video. We should recreate it. Shows me that I should change the title on this video to help it get more views. Shows me a bunch of different comments right here that I should answer and will even generate a response for me. Basically what vidIQ is going to allow you to do is better assess the landscape on YouTube. It allows you to optimize your content better, get alerts when your competitor has something that's trending, and just be able to analyze YouTube better because it gives you access to things that you otherwise wouldn't be able to see. Now, if you want to get started with vidIQ, you could go to the pinned comment below and get started with it for only $1. This is an exclusive code you are not going to find anywhere else. And if you're not using vidIQ, your competitors are. That's why they're getting more reach than you. So go to that pinned comment below, get started with it today. It's an absolute no-brainer. If you don't like it at $1, literally just cancel it. Now, change number 4 is you need to make sure that your channel is actually set up correctly because there are several different features and several different settings that you need to make sure are turned on and are enabled if you want YouTube to really push your stuff out. Now, when it comes to setting up your page correctly, I want to show you proof of this on a new channel I created. So if we come over here, we type in Rob the AI guy, what you are going to notice is this is a new channel. I literally created this channel this year. And if we come over to the homepage right here, you're going to notice a few things. First and foremost, I put my niche inside of my name. Ideally, you want to do that. It's going to help you actually rank for search and it's going to help your new channel get discovered. Secondly, this banner right here, have it be something around subscribing. This channel right here is all about AI, as we could see. So I made this subscribe to be smarter with AI. I would strongly suggest that you do something like that. In addition to that, we could see right here that I have a channel description right here, which actually goes through on this channel. I'll be teaching you about AI, ChatGPT, AI news, and all of that, which actually helps us increase its reach. Now, if we actually come over here, I want to show you exactly how I did this. So the first thing you want to do is we're going to notice on our page, customize channel. If we click on customize channel, this is where you're going to be able to go in and actually change all these settings. So your banner image, you'll be able to do right here. If you scroll down, this is where you'll be able to add your description. In addition to that, if we click on home tab right here, you want to optimize this. You want to show your popular videos. You want to show all your videos. You want to show your shorts. You want to show your posts. You want to show your collaborations. That's how I would recommend you set this up. In addition to that, in the left-hand side right here, if you click on settings, we click on channel, basic info, you want all of these keywords to include two things. One, a bunch of your competitors and your name. You want it to actually have a bunch of things that your audience is going to be searching for. Mine's all about AI, ChatGPT, things like that. And then under advanced settings right here, you want to make sure that you are scrolling down. You want to make sure that automatic dubbing is turned on. You want to make sure allow viewers to clip my content is turned on. You want to make sure let YouTube enhance visual quality, let YouTube enhance audio quality are turned on. You want to make sure that hype is turned on. In addition to that, under feature eligibility, you need to make sure that you have 3 green check marks. If you skipped or you didn't set up or you don't have any of those account settings, it could be why YouTube is holding back your views and it could prevent you from getting monetized. So please go check them if you're not 100% sure. And that last thing you need to make sure that you do is realize YouTube is a game of momentum. I want to show you how to spot when you're getting momentum and how to actually take advantage of it. Now, momentum on YouTube is going to come in one of 3 ways. The first way could be you have idea momentum. For example, if we come back over here and we look up my channel, Rob the AI guy right here, what we're going to notice is I got idea momentum on this channel. So if we come over into my videos right here, we sort by oldest, we could see literally exactly how this works. So mind-blowing AI tools, how to summarize, more AI tools. We could see I uploaded a ChatGPT video. This is where I actually started to see a little bit of traction. If we scroll down, did another one, 22,000, did another 13,000, and then you could see that I just ran with it from here. Every AI update is what I uploaded about because it's what was actually doing well on my channel. And what you're going to notice is you'll see the same faces over and over again, same types of thumbnails over and over again. You might have people telling you, don't do that, ignore them. They don't know what they're talking about. In fact, if we come over to somebody like Mr. Beast, we're going to notice he does the same exact thing. Again, idea momentum, content momentum, thumbnail momentum. If we come over here and we actually click into his page and we filter his videos also by popular, what are you going to notice? That if we scroll down, it's almost the same idea over and over again. $1 versus $500,000 plane ticket, $1 versus $100 million car, $1 versus $1 billion yacht. And what do you notice? This photo is the same exact photo as this one. He just dressed himself up differently. So you need to make sure that you are actually doubling down on that momentum. When a thumbnail photo works, keep using it. When a thumbnail style works, keep using it. When an editing style works, keep using it. When a topic or idea works, keep using it. Now, obviously, you can't upload the video over and over again. You have to change things. You have to make it different. You have to make it interesting for your audience, but don't make it too far off that the YouTube algorithm struggles to find that audience again. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to learn exactly how the YouTube Shorts algorithm works right now for August of 2026, I would strongly suggest you check out this video right here. I'll see you over there.